On Ed's Up, I spend the day in a classic Canadian job.
All kinds of twigs.
It's just one giant rock.
And I find out tree planting isn't all physical work.
The challenge out here is a mental challenge.
Thank you, Mossy Clump. I'm talking to Moss.
And it gets ugly.
Can't do this.
He needs to fix it because it's going to slow down things for everybody here.
Oh, Ed.
You and you, you, you.
Like, this is a TV show, whatever, I don't give a shit. He's got to get out of there.
I'm Ed Robertson. I have a dream job. I'm in a rock band called Bare Naked Ladies. I get to travel around the world doing what I love. Someone thought it'd be a good idea for me to travel around and try some of the toughest jobs people do. I don't know where I'll be going, who I'll be meeting, or what I'll be doing. But I've got a pretty good idea. It won't be easy. The coordinates I've been given have me flying just north of Flin Flon, Manitoba. It is a strange and beautiful part of Canada.
There's a perfectly circular lake out there. My first assumption would be an alien landing site. I'm just going to assume they've cut a circle into the ground and their craft is below the water.
I'm hundreds of clicks away from anything resembling civilization. Dirt roads, swamps, and endless forests are the only things I can see. As I come in for a landing on a deserted airstrip, I get a very strange message.
Leave the airplane and coming here to go inside the helicopter.
I think he wants me to get out of my plane and get into the helicopter waiting beside the runway.
Throw that headset on, Ed. We'll fill you in on what's going on.
Hey Ed, nice to meet you. I'm Jamie. Hey Jamie. So what are we doing here? Well, today we're going to go tree planting. We're going to plant some trees.
This is Jamie Nichols, my mentor for the day. He's the tree planting supervisor and has been on the job for 8 years.
Heard about that. Everybody knows.
Tree planting is needed in this area because of the clear cutting done by lumber companies.
So who's faster, the guys chopping them down or you guys putting them back up?
I'd say the one stopping them down.
Sarah, another veteran tree planter, gives me some advice on how to protect my precious guitar-playing fingers.
Putting your hand in the ground all day long.
Okay.
Rip a piece off and start picking her up.
The planters are taking a risk letting me and the show take part in the day's work. They work on a really tight budget. If I slow them down, it means they may have to fly in by chopper for another day of planting. More heli time means more expense and more money out of their pockets.
I wrote a song once about not going tree planting. Yeah, we heard about that. Looking forward to seeing if you can actually pull it off. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Tree planting has been listed among the top 10 worst jobs in the world. It's lonely, back-breaking, hard labor. You're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by bears, bugs, and swamps. You get rained on, frozen, wind-blown, and sun-burnt. And many times, the only way in or out is by heli. That said, it's time for me to meet the boss.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Got
Ed.
a new recruit for you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
This is Peters. He's the foreman of the crew of planters that are stuck with me today. He's not happy about having a rock star tag along.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, let's get it going.
Let's rock.
We've got to get about 40,000 trees in today, so if you can do the math, that's 2,500 per person. So
Right.
You're going to be below average, but you're
Okay.
going to have to pull your weight or else we're not going to get out of here.
Right.
The helicopter is leaving us tonight, so if we don't get this area done, the heli's not coming back in, so someone's going to be a long walk
Okay.
to get in here.
The planters need to close this block today, which means they need to plant an area of about 200,000 square meters, or 35 soccer fields. There are 12 planters on site, so each one has to plant the equivalent of 3 soccer fields today. That's about 10 hours of hard labor each, for a good planter.
I'd say for your first bag up, it's probably going to take you over an hour to plant 100 trees. So I'd bag up 100 at the most. They're bundles of 20 trees.
100 trees in an hour sounds like a lot, but according to the other planters on my crew, it's pretty reasonable for a rookie.
Yeah. So you want the tree planted right about there with about 1 finger. You have 1 finger leeway, so you can plant from the bottom of the pod up to 1 finger high.
Okay.
Find a spot like this here. So what you're going to do is give it a good few kicks. Open the hole by pushing forward, and then you're going to pull it around, take a tree, and I'll put the tree in. I use my full hand just to push it down into the corner of the hole. And then what you do is you just kick the hole close to the other foot.
Nice.
These guys are well aware that I'm a rookie, but if I can keep up, they can close the block on time and on budget. But they're being realistic.
I can tell you right now that some of the vets, they'll probably plant between 2,000 and 3,000 of these today. If you put in 300, I'll be amazed. Yeah, so it's time to plant, man. Make yourself some money.
Okay.
And good luck.
I'm gonna start with your first spot.
Yeah, first tree.
Here we go. My first ever tree plant.
Everywhere I hit, there's rocks.
Probably the worst technique I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
That's terrible.
So what, it's supposed to just go in and then you
That
fold
hand?
it back?
No, forward.
Oh, forward.
Forward. Close the holes in place.
There you go.
Where's he gonna go next?
I don't know. I'm pretty excited.
Get back in your lane, Robertson. This is gonna be a long day.
Okay, let's do the math. 100 trees in my first hour as a rookie. That's about 1 tree every 36 seconds. Already the obstacles start to mount.
There's just one giant rock. Nothing's going in there.
According to seasoned tree planter Kian, a 7-year veteran, the obstacles way out here in the middle of nowhere aren't just physical.
The challenge out here is a mental challenge, right? The physical challenge only makes you vulnerable to the mental snap. And it's the mental challenge that people don't get prepared for when they come out here. Like if you really wanted to prepare for tree planting, you should take like a video scroll of like all your regrets and worst memories and like breakups and like bleary, teary-eyed 4 in the morning drunk phone calls to your ex-girlfriend, and then like run them on a tape for like 10 hours when you're all alone in the middle of nowhere.
So here's our impression of Ed after he plants a tree. Ready it down. Plants a tree.
Wait, he's gonna hold
Oh
it.
yeah, he holds it with his little. There it is.
It's
Oh, I don't want to hurt it. And then up, straight up, and start walking in circles, and not really sure where he's going. And then he always looks back out at the other people.
Who am I?
When he picked up the shovel for the first time, he picked it up the wrong way. He was pulling on it instead of pushing on it. He was using both hands. He was using his feet. It was pretty ugly. I'm actually very worried. Ed, how you doing?
Good.
It's just about noon now. That 1,000 trees isn't looking too attainable at this point.
I'll pick up the pace.
You're gonna have to, man. We're not getting out of here. Once you feel like you got the quality down, you're gonna have to start speeding up too.
Okay.
We got 900 more trees to do today.
Okay.
Keep working hard.
I know Jamie has reasonable expectations for me, and they're not expecting miracles, but my first 100 trees is taking way too long, and I'm in danger of becoming a liability.
Oh, rocky. I thought I was doing okay. Apparently I'm not doing so good. I'm already starting to see the appeal of this. There isn't any.